Welcome back, and we are about to take on the grow fight.
With haste.
First, let's go ahead and sort of sneak past and activate the waypoint over here.
What have we here?
And I'm going to remember to cast Enhanced Sleep on everybody. And I like to start from the high ground under most circumstances.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
By the nine hells! Open the gate! Cannon! No!
Shit! Form a line!
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting.
Ah, look at Gale's 8 Dex initiative. That's just great. Thankfully, Astarion and Lae'zel are both
Victory
ahead.
waits.
And she has the strength to just throw this guy. Let's throw him at the Goblin Brawler.
Taking position.
Ah, failed. Well, that's annoying.
Go
Oh.
for the throat.
Maybe Astarion can take him out. Yes.
Let's go.
Swift and
And
lethal.
Lae'zel, there's not really much she can do with a bonus action, and I ran her out of movement, so...
Scouts! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Shoot these bastards! For the absolute!
My sickle and sword!
Strike them down!
I don't want to risk moving before I do something because my dex is very low. I could easily slip on the grease. But I have a decent chance to hit that person from here. And that does have a chance to just... Or I could roll a 2. And then I will go ahead and jump down a little bit. That's as far as I could jump without taking damage. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of weird to say unfortunately it got rallied, but because the rallied is 8 temporary hit points and my Armor of Agathis is only 5 temporary hit points, the larger amount took precedence, which means it actually shut my Armor of Agathis off. Okay. Astarion is right here. Let's go ahead and get a lacerate in. So, bleeding for 2 turns and 3 hit points left. Dead goblin walking.
I will ascend.
Why is jump grayed out? Not enough movement. Interesting. So, I can do a piercing shot on this person from here. Excellent. And then I will try to move as far as I can.
Every last one of you!
Okay. Bleeding with 1 hit point left, we can safely ignore him now. The goblin, the warg has 7, which means that warg is within range of just getting... Good, good, good.
Of course.
So who do we want to start working on now? This person is threatening that person. This bugbear has 3 on him, so let's try to... Oh, who's got the hunter's mark on them? Ah, the goblin tracker, which is this person. Let's do a piercing shot here. Ah, miss.
Victory awaits.
That's as far as I can jump without losing hit points. Let's throw a javelin somewhere.
In my best interest.
Yep, the bleeding took care of that goblin. Alright, so now this bugbear has fewer hit points and is a lower armor class, so let's go ahead and start working on. Let's go ahead and use some basic poison, why not?
I am fury. I am death.
Really? That shot could have killed the bugbear. Thanks, Zevlar. Zevlar got Barth killed.
Time to strike.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
Die by the spell. Huh.
Damn.
That's what I always say.
Is it Gale?
Yes, why not?
And rather than deal with the annoyance of the grease, we'll just get rid of it with some fire.
Let's explore.
More goblins. What's next?
I don't believe Gale is the sort who would loot the dead of his allies or do any kind of thievery at all, honestly. And he would even discourage Astarion from doing that. So we're gonna leave Barth's body unlooted. Meanwhile, we do finally have a piece of gear that Gale could absorb. And this is something that ultimately we don't care too much about. So I think we are going to go ahead and do a long rest. And I know it's kind of weird, we're long resting outside the grove. We want to wait until we have Karlach to go into the grove. Let's check to see if the others have anything to say real quick.
Yes.
Let us confer.
Speak.
They didn't, so let's go ahead and rest. And now there are... Lae'zel has something to say.
A monster forms inside us, and you think to be idle. I knew your kind to be fragile, but I didn't foresee the severity. Be quick about your rest. We must locate a creche.
This creche notion of yours, are you sure it's our only option?
You would doubt me. I do not trust a common healer to extract a gate tadpole without killing its host. At a creche, a gust still may cleanse us safely. Take your rest. I will stand watch. Should a single tentacle split your skull, I will not hesitate to end you.
Your Gith friend seems on edge. Mustn't relish the thought of sprouting tentacles. Understandable. Can't say I'm a fan either. It's just hard to join in when all of this feels so new. The night normally means bustling streets, bursting taverns. Curling up in the dirt and resting is, a little novel.
Well, you know, Gale understands. I mean, he's used to being quite comfortable in his tower. But this situation is what it is. Give it a try. We'll need to be fresh tomorrow.
I'm in no place to rest yet. Today has been a lot. I need some time to think things through. To process this. You sleep. I'll keep watch.
And we also know Gale is a very trusting individual of his companions. Thank you. I'll sleep better for that.
The pleasure is all mine. Sweet dreams.
Sleep is a hazy oasis on the far side of a desert of worry. You know exactly what this illithid parasite will do to you. Within 7 days, you'll become a mind flayer. But what about the bomb in your chest? Ceramorphosis is likely to destabilize it. What then?
Consider that it'll explode, flattening an area larger than Waterdeep.
You imagine the explosion. Thousands will die. You have to stop it. Ceramorphosis and the orb itself. You'll need to drain magical energy from a powerful artifact soon. As you contemplate your hubris, your eyelids grow heavier and heavier.
Excuse me, Mr. Dakarios. Mr. Dakarios, yoo-hoo! Destiny is at your door. Will you at least twitch the curtain?
Given relatively equal options, I think Gale would go for the wordiest. You promise to stay in Waterdeep. Promise. Verb. Meaning to swear something will or will not be done.
And I decided will not. And a good thing, too. You look like you haven't had a good meal in days.
In fact, I think I feel as bad as I look.
No matter, Mr. Dakarios. Tara's here now, and she'll sort you out. But first, my payment. That's it. No one manages the nuances quite like you.
It's good to see you, Tara. I've missed you very much.
And are you, of course. The tower just isn't the same without you stomping about in the background. So here I am, come to reinsert myself. After all, remember what happened last time I let you out of sight? Of course you do. You're still paying the price with that ticking time bomb in your gullet. The indignity.
Nestled amongst your books and papers, Tara bore witness to your greatest triumphs and your greatest failure. You made yourself a walking cataclysm, the annihilation brewing within you just about held at bay by your constant consumption of magical objects. Tara saw it all, but never left your side.
Speaking of which, I brought you something for your tummy troubles.
A ring coursing with magic. The Nethery's orb within you shudders, longing to consume, to devour. It must be satisfied.
We have a great deal of catching up to do. Eat that, have a wash, and for the love of all that's dear, a shave. Then you can fill me in on what I've missed.
How did you find me?
Handy little spell I've been working on. Tara's cat flap of displacement. I haven't worked out all the kinks, but I'm starting to be able to find my way around. It is terribly good to see you, Mr. Dakarios. Now eat up. If you explode and kill us all, I'll be furious.
Arcane hunger. The Nethery's weave roiling within you hungers for magic items. Consume an item or face the consequences. And we received a Ring of Evasion. So this is the main reason I wanted to wait until we had something else that I could consume. Because so Tara pops up and gives you this Ring of Evasion on your first long rest. But look at it. Dexterous evasion, when you fail a dexterity saving throw, you can use your reaction to succeed instead. And this is not refreshed on a short or a long rest. This is, as far as I can tell, this is just a passive feature. As long as you have your reaction, you can't actually fail a saving throw. Dexterity saving throw. That is pretty incredible, and especially considering we've tanked our dex. I want this ring. I certainly want this ring much more than I want these gloves of power. So, consume becomes a menu item, and this arcane hunger we have Now, the mechanical detriment to this is disadvantage on Constitution saving throws, which can make it more difficult to concentrate on spells, and that's not a good thing, but it's not like the worst thing mechanically. It certainly doesn't affect your raw magical power any. But I would still rather not have it, and I would also rather not tempt the orb. So I'm just gonna go ahead and consume this immediately.
Breathe a little easier. The magic you consumed has staved off the dark hunger within you. For now.
And I get to keep this ridiculous ring. Meanwhile, the orb of corrupted weave within my chest is beginning to hunger. I need to find and consume an item of sufficient magical power to satisfy it before it destabilizes any further. The item I consumed was enough to satisfy the orb's hunger, however it will not be long before its cravings return. If I find any more magical items, I'll want to keep them close at hand. Alright, let's see if anybody has anything to say, including my new campmate, Tara.
Ah! Oh, goodness. That thing on your face is even worse than I remember.
What's wrong with my beard?
Mr. Dakarios, if you have to ask, there's no hope for you at all. Please tell me you've at least made inroads when it comes to finding someone to settle down with. Myself and Mrs. Dakarios are starting to think you intend to die alone.
You've been visiting my mother?
Naturally. After you abandoned her, there was only me left to keep her company. She's very good company, though. Ah, the stories we've traded over toast and tea. You're a highly entertaining source of speculation. But speculation only goes so far. Tell me, Mr. Dakarios, how have you been?
I was abducted on a nautiloid and infected with an illithid parasite.
Oh, well, that is... How long do you have?
Long enough to find a cure, I hope.
Mr. Dakarios, Gale, you are the finest mind, the finest wizard I have ever had the pleasure to know. If anyone can beat this thing, it is you. When you tried to control the weave, when it all went, pardon my language, belly up, I was terrified. Scared you'd be hurt. Scared Mystra would punish you for your transgression. But do you know what never crossed my mind? That you wouldn't figure a way out of it. My clever friend never leaves a knot knotted. This parasite is one more knot, so get to tugging threads. And, Mr. Dakarios, please, the beard. I'd cut it down myself if I could hold a razor.
I think I love Tara. Let's see if she has anything more to say immediately.
What is it, Mr. Dakarios?
We have to start by giving Tara a good scritch.
That's the spot, sir. Thanking you.
How are things back in Waterdeep?
More or less the same, though news of some mad faction calling themselves absolutists is starting to trickle in. I told your mother not to worry, that if they were anything to worry about, Baldur's Gate would handle things quick sharp, keep them from spreading their tendrils north. She still wants to know when she'll see you again, sir. I avoid giving any answers, but she misses you.
I can't risk putting her in danger.
I know that, but she doesn't. She'd keel over if she knew just how you'd try to manipulate the weave. Or maybe she'd just say something like, "My Gale always was one to make the impossible possible." Oh, but she adores you. Anyhow, I'm keeping my senses pricked for any sign of another item that might be of use to you. Hopefully something will turn up soon. You focus on that parasite. I dare say turning into a mind flayer may set that bomb off as quick as anything. No time to waste. What is it, Mr. Dekarios?
Okay, I could give Tara scritches all day long, but I believe we've exhausted her dialogue for now. See if the others have anything to say.
I was sure I saw you with one of our more magical and more valuable items earlier. Any idea where it is now?
We know that Gale does not give up this information until after he has failed to until after the item fails to quench his hunger. I'd rather not discuss it.
Yes, but I'd rather not lose any more valuable artifacts if it's all the same to you. I don't care what you do with them. We all have our secrets. Just don't empty my pack to feed whatever it is you have going on.
Okay. And does Lae'zel also?
Speak.
Oh, I have the opportunity to tell her, but Gale wouldn't do that yet. Or it may be the case that only the first companion you approach says something about it. But, be that as it may, let's go ahead and pass out our long striders.
Most excellent.
Give myself the armor of Agathis. And then Lae'zel.
Assume nothing.
So Lae'zel already has 2 of the wisdom skills. Otherwise, I would probably give her astral knowledge wisdom. She's not our face. She doesn't need the charisma skills. There is only 1 strength skill, and she already has it. Dexterity, though. Lae'zel could be our sleight of hand expert. And acrobatics and stealth. You know what? I'm gonna give her dexterity. I mean, she won't be a perfect expert, but I think Astarion's gonna be the one that gets sacrificed when I have to. Well, not literally, but I think Astarion is the one that I'm not gonna keep in the party once I have enough party members. But yeah, let's move on. And we are very close to level 3. It would be very nice to be level 3 before we talk to Karlach.
Path less traveled.
So to that end, let's pop up here.
My.
Because remember, there was a hidden cache marked on our map, so we would want to check that out, right? And then look at this, we found a silver pendant, which is something that I can consume, but that's something we want to...
Necklace matches the sigil in that cave. The Harpers were busy.
But that is something that we would want to have equipped. And we may as well spread the necklaces around a bit. So let's go ahead and give that... Astarion mentioned wanting magic. Let's give it to Astarion.
How delicious. My fortune.
Elminster's not around.
And while
so
I'm
might as
here,
well.
let's see if we can notice this.
Something over there.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Nature, survey the spiders. Thank you, Astarion.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt a spider egg is nestled within.
2 from wisdom, or -1 from dexterity. Let's go with animal handling. Speak softly to the spiders in hopes of calming them. I won't use inspiration for that.
The spiders skitter about, more nervous than before.
I suppose I could try sleight of hand. That makes sense.
Pincers pierce your flesh, and pain shoots up your arm and across your back.
I lost my entire armor of Agathis, so I'll go ahead and renew that. And I'll go ahead and use my Arcane Recovery to get back a spell slot, so I still have 2 for the day.
Don't touch me.
How about you try, Astarion? You have better sleight of hand than I.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag, enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Ranger animal handling. Speak softly to the spiders in hopes of calming them. Oh, it doesn't actually... Oh wait, no, the DC is lower. The DC is only 10, whereas it was 15 for Gale, I think.
One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs.
Boldly reach for the bag.
You stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
And we will hand the spider egg sack off to Lae'zel and send the gold to Gale.
Assume nothing.
Now that spider egg sack, something or some things wriggle within the sticky shell. So basically you can throw this thing, and it's 6 pounds to carry around, but you can throw it to get like 5 little spider companions for the duration of a long rest.
Let me work my magic. Right away.
So, you know about these parasites. Will we survive them?
Only if my people extract them. The only other cure is the blade.
Okay. Wonderful.
Oh, there's another
Dead
chest.
goblins. Dead travelers.
I wonder where they were going.
Well, we can try to see if they have anything to say.
The corpse remains silent.
Fun. I fight to win, not to make spectacles.
What a waste.
Well, it looks like none of these people have anything to say. What's this, though? Goblin's drawing? Drawn in thick charcoal lines upon an animal skin, this childlike portrait depicts 3 stick figures, a goblin with sparks in its hands, a square humanoid figure, and what seems to be an elf. Each of them is wearing a simple crown.
Curiosity must be satisfied.
There, on the rooftops. Fresh blood awaits.
Good looking out, Lae'zel. Let's actually turn to the north here.
That boar shows no signs it was killed by wolves or hunters. And yet there's terror etched into its dead eyes.
The pig's dead, my friend. Staring at it won't bring it back. Come on. We'll never fix these brainworms if we stop and gawk at every piece of carrion you find.
Medicine. Examine the boar's corpse. And look, Astarion will not offer the guidance.
The boar seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. Examining the corpse, you see 2 small puncture wounds in its neck.
And is it dead enough for you?
Persuasion. These marks are strange. Do you recognize them?
It's been drained of blood with wounds in its neck. It's been killed by a vampire. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to worry you. They are ferocious creatures. But don't worry. I'll keep watch tonight. We won't have to worry about nocturnal visitors. Now please, let's go.
Could be useful.
There's a corpse with something to say, but there's also a dog right next to it. Oh, we haven't drank a potion of speak with animals yet, so we can do that, and then let's
At once.
approach the dog.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly.
What happened here?
I told you to go.
I'll go with persuasion. I'm not an enemy, I promise. I only have 2 inspiration, and I have another avenue here, so I won't use it for this.
These worlds crawl with monsters. You could be one of them.
Peer at his collar.
You see a name etched into the leather. Scratch.
You're Scratch, aren't you? Come here. It's all right.
You know my name? Interesting. A predator wouldn't care to learn it. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest.
I don't think he's going to wake up.
Of course he will. And then we'll return home.
What happened to your friend? Exactly.
We were attacked. Cackling, furry things on 2 legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten, evil.
You know the creatures he describes. Gnolls.
Come on. You can travel with me if you like.
No, I won't leave him.
If he doesn't wake up, follow my scent. I have a camp.
If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
Very nice. Oh, we do still want to speak with him, though.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Gomwick.
What's your profession?
Runner. Fleetfoot. Courier company.
Why were you in the forest?
Letters. Delivery to Baldur's Gate.
Where did you keep the letters?
In bag. Standard issue.
And then what happened to you?
Pack of gnolls. Claws. Teeth.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
And then after you talk to Scratch, this loses the red border, and you can, in fact, take it, including the letters. So we have a tough letter, a soft letter, and a personal note. And I think Gale won't read those right away. I think he's actually going to put those in his own bag and try to deliver them to Baldur's Gate. I think Gale would try that. Now we are gonna go that way, but I want to pop this way for just a little bit. This skeleton here has a very nice ring. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that to Lae'zel.
Eager for battle.
Because Lae'zel is not going to be doing our talking for us. -2 to charisma checks. But that does give her a sleight of hand of +6 and a stealth of +6.
Action, not reaction.
from Waterdeep.
Alright, let's head this way now.
Forthwith. Good find.
A toll collector's key.
A key. Wonder what it opens. My pleasure.
Try to douse the flames.
Steady on, soldier. That's the stuff. Oh, fuck me. It's you, from the Nautiloid. Please tell me I found you before those so-called Paladins of Tyr did.
I haven't met any Tyrans lately, no.
Good. Great. Glad I don't have to kill you.
A great heat roars through you, her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
I'll actually answer her question. It's the tadpole in our heads. It connects us.
Fuck's sake. Mountains as far as the eye can see. Guess that explains the voices. From that peek I got into your head, you've made some inroads trying to get the thing sorted. But alas, no joy. I'm Karlach. And you are...
I'm Gale. Actually, let's go with the wordier option here. I'm your key to curing that tadpole. Eventually.
Really now? First I catch a ride out of Avernus, then I stumble into a friend. Who's the goddess of luck again? I owe her a flower. Now that we're old pals, how would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? A little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good at killing demons. Really good. So good, Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. Took me 10 years to properly escape, but now I'm free. Zariel sent goon after goon to hunt me down. But believe me when I tell you, I'm not going. The latest yappy little dogs she sicked on me are nearby. A group of dopes posing as paladins of Tyr. Want to help me take them down?
So you want me to kill the people hunting you?
Don't worry. I'll lead the charge. I could use your help. There's a lot of them, and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
A warrior who winks at her foes while she slays them. You'd be a fool to refuse her.
Let's do it.
Fuck yes. They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Whew, I'm getting all het up. Let's make tracks.
What's so funny? You haven't got some laughing curse, have you?
I really made it out of Avernus. It's incredible.
Alright, so now we have our fiery friend. We reunited Karlach. We recruited Karlach and said we'd help defeat the paladins hunting her. Hunt the devil. Karlach joined us. She told us she's being hunted by servants of Zariel who are pretending to be paladins of Tyr. We need to deal with them. And actually, $14 away from leveling up. Let's go ahead and get her backpack real quick.
What's cooking?
Level her up. And while I said before that I wanted the rest of my party besides Gale to be ranged, I gave it some thought, and I was thinking it might be like a good way to justify their budding romance if Karlach and Gale are impressed with each other's performance on the front line. So I'm going to go with a rather tanky barbarian build for her. But right now, that just means barbarian level 2. Oh, she's level 3 already. And for her, that means Wild Heart Barbarian with the Bear Heart to start. So when she rages, she'll be resistant not only to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, but unrelenting ferocity to give resistance to all damage except psychic damage, which is pretty crazy. And I'll go ahead and give her the bear piercings, because why not?
Salutations.
Now, I am going to backtrack just a little bit, just because in making my way here, like, there is a zone right there where you get close to the village to get its experience. I'm just going to send Gale back there real quick because I somehow missed it coming up. It'll be easier to just give myself the jumping. And go snag that experience real quick. And then next video we'll be able to level up everyone.